Before we turn the page to the AFC Championship game, let's talk about a couple of narratives to come out of the NFC Championship game. First thing is that Shanahan should have done more after Josh Johnson came out and done more than just stick Purdy in there as a clear sitting duck handing the football off. What do you make of that criticism of Shanahan coming out of the game?
I would agree, but I also think it was, it wasn't going to happen. I mean, once they went up 21-7, that felt like, and there was a long period in the stadium early on where you were like, okay, well, San Francisco can still hang in. They can get the ball to their playmakers. They engineer a touchdown drive. We got to tackle these guys. Like, that's tough. And that spell lasted a while where in the stadium you kind of felt the tide turn. But once they went up 21-7, I don't feel like the Niners could climb back in that game. And then it gets 28-7 and so on and so forth. By the time Purdy came back in the game felt very out of hand. But it is weird. I've never seen an NFL game finish that way, let alone, one with the stakes this high where people aren't pulling out all the stops seemingly and just kind of running it out. I mean, they were out at quarterbacks. At that point, you go to your emergency quarterback or whoever it is. But if Purdy can't throw, you could tell Josh Johnson might not have taken a lot of snaps either. And so I think it's ironic for a team that's been plagued with this whole thing through Shanahan's entire tenure that you don't have a better plan in that emergency situation, but the plan was just to hand the ball off, I guess.
I mean, but I would imagine Purdy gets every rep. I mean, every rep in practice is a piece of gold that you have to mine for the kid, right? I mean, I can't imagine Josh Johnson got too many reps or McCaffrey in any emergency quarterback situation. That's,
No, I do think it is the responsibility of the head coach to have Josh Johnson ready, and I'm not saying he wasn't, but, just knowing the mechanics of the way things go. I mean, the guy gets some scout team reps, and, he works in with the twos some, but, it's insane to me that they've had such bad luck. This window has been wide open for years for them. And then I could point to Jimmy G getting his ACL torn. I could point to everything this year down to a fourth quarterback. They've kind of become like the mini Buffalo Bills of the 90s where, they've been so close so many times, but ironically, such a brilliant offensive scheme, they're one player away. You could argue that through Shanahan's entire tenure.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.